Woo!
Let me get my pen so I can mark off all these songs.
Yeah, I had a pretty long list, and I was kind of, dang it, I was kind of hoping y'all would get some so I could bump some up, but you know, and dang it,
I do think it should be a rule because Cube was my pick. Even if I went, I was going to do a bump it to the right rule, but I was going to use mine because this was my pick, and I shouldn't go first. If somebody should struggle, it should be the person that picked it.
Right.
I don't think any of us are going to struggle, but that's all right. I think we may have some crossovers on this one. I'm going to predict that. Is the buzzer ready, Coach?
The buzzer's always, well, it's not always ready, but yes, it's ready.
Always ready.
Yeah. I wrote down 12, but we'll see.
I don't got quite that many, but I don't got to worry about it now. So my number 5, and we're going with, like I said, NWA, Straight Outta Compton. That song kind of set the precedence for gangster rap. I know there was, Big Daddy Kane and stuff, but that's all about the same time. But undescribably, undeniably, when NWA came onto the scene, it was, this is the formula that gangster rap is following after them. They didn't, they seen the record company seen the money to be made, and so they made that the formula. And this was our introduction to Cube. I think this was his big break. He had, like I said, I think he had a couple different projects before NWA, but nothing that ever got any kind of airplay.
I didn't think that NWA was we could use that.
Well, it's everything. No, yeah, everything with Cube in it. Come on, it's 1980, and it's everything with the artist in it. No, sorry.
I don't know. For some reason, I felt like the group didn't count. I didn't think it.
Well,
oh yeah,
that's he wrote,
like I said, my justification for it was that he wrote 90% of the lyrics, if not more. He's not credited for every song in there, but I still think he wrote it. He had his hand in writing it.
After they split up that he wrote it.
Yeah. I'm not negating you. I'm just saying I could have had more options. That's what I'm saying.
Oh,
there's only one album, and
group stuff. No NWA, but
that's the only good song NWA did.
There's one other one.
My number 4 is Last Wordz, Tupac, Ice-T, and Ice Cube. And this is off of Tupac's album, the 1993 album, Strictly For My. And I remember Yeager had turned me on to this album because I was still, this was my introduction to gangster rap. Was right there was the night. Well, because I didn't really get into NWA till later. So this was probably my introduction to gangster rap. That and Ice-T, whatever that album he had out before, right around there, because Yeager was a heathen, so that's where I got all my heathenism from. And like I said, I'd listened to this album 1,000 times since 1993, and I couldn't pick this song out of anything. But with all the talk of the confusion with accidentally saying Ice-T and for Ice Cube and stuff, I just thought it was funny that here they got a song together. And then a little bonus, you got Tupac on there too. So
we still apologize, Ice-T.
Yeah, we're sorry, Ice-T.
Coach Casey just says random stuff. Coach Cowboy Coach doesn't say those kind of things though.
No. Number 3 is Westside Connection. I haven't got a solo one yet, but this is Westside Connection off of the 2003 album Terrorist Threats, and it's Pimp the System.
Literally probably the last song I listened to before, or the last Cube song I listened to tonight was that song.
Yeah, and like I said, all of the beats and everything of his, it's just phenomenal beats. And then the way he does it, sometimes there's parts of it I don't like. He gets a little, I don't know, I don't know how to put it, a little too cocky. You got to be cocky.
What I like about him. That's what
sometimes it gets a little too much.
No.
But I think in today's world, we should all be trying to pimp the system instead of bitching about the system. Listen to, go out there and make the best of it and, make that money, hustle.
Yeah. I concur.
Number 2, I got my Locs on. I don't have them on right now, but here I got my Locs on. I remember this album coming out, and I think this was an album there was a good lull, a good pause in the albums, and this one was it had been a while since he had put one out, so I remember going and snagging this album, and there's a couple good ones on there that struck out, but I got my Locs on. After that, I went and bought me a pair of Locs and kept my eyes protected at all times at that point.
Man, these are prescription, and they've always been on Skin Mannequin, and I did not realize that, so that was overwhelming.
Are they Locs?
Yeah, no, they're not Locs. Sorry.
Yeah, Locs is a brand, and then they're I don't think they're still really around. I can get them on Amazon for like $8. But yeah, they got the Locs.
I can't see out of sunglasses.
Those were just the ones I put on were the closest to it. I wear regular sunglasses everywhere I go.
Yeah. And then my number 1, it's an anomaly. I think this is the only time I've ever seen where after there's been a beef, they've got together. And this one is Let's Get Money Together. This is off the 2024, so this is a pretty recent one, and I think the most recent one on my list. And the album's Man Down, and it's with Be Real. And the very first line is, "It feels good to ball out after you fall out. I want friends, not enemies." Get that money. So
and who all's on it?
Be Real. Him and Cypress Hill were beefing,
which is one of my favorite songs. I won't order in my list. So yeah.
All right. Okay.